Welcome to another amazing training here that we have for you guys. This is on a really, really cool product. It is a prescription discount product that we have called RxLess. To get ahead of a couple questions that we know naturally will come in on this thing. Yes, you guys can use this for yourself, and you guys can sign people up in all 50 states on this, and some US territories. This is not something where you need to be licensed in said state for this product. So a really, really exciting prescription discount product we're excited to bring to you. And so with no further ado, Mr. Al Bronco is going to take over and give us a little bit of the juice here.
Thanks, Nick. Appreciate the warm intro. Greetings, everybody. As Nick mentioned, my name is Al Branca. I am president of Rx, and we're really stoked to be partnered with your organization and giving you the ability to provide an incredible, free, and frictionless value add to everybody you know that takes medications, which at some point in time is everybody. Obviously, the older you get, the more meds you take, just like me. I take 4 a day, but everybody takes meds at times. And unfortunately, people typically overpay for their medications, even if they have insurance. So what we put together today is a little deck, a PowerPoint about our program and the company, some differentiators between our program and some of our formidable competitors out there, and what really separates us from the rest of the pack. So what I want to do is basically go through the program. I will walk through the website that you'll have available to you, your own personal website, along with a personal app, which is absolutely huge. And I'll also take a stroll through the back office portal that you'll have access to view claims, get training, and have some marketing collateral. And then talk about the secret sauce, how to get it out there, distribution and messaging, and how to make some money with this program. And obviously at the end, I will leave it open for any Q&A. So Rx is a pharmacy benefit administrator. Basically, we're a technology and marketing company in the pharmacy space. We've been around longer than anyone. We created the first discount program almost 30 years ago. And today, we own and manage multiple discount programs. And we also act as sort of the wizard behind the curtain for many others. For instance, we have launched programs that include GoodRx, WebMDRx, Rx Saver by Retail Me Not, and the list goes on and on and on. We own multiple programs ourselves, and what we've been able to accomplish and create is our own marketplace. We call the website RxLess, and you can actually liken that to a Trivago or Kayak. What we've done is include all of our discount programs, multiple programs on a single site, and they compete against each other when someone prices up a medication. So in essence, it becomes a one-stop shop for consumers, an aggregation model, a cherry-picking race to the bottom that finds the absolute lowest price without going to 5 different websites. And we make that available for you. Some of the things that make us different from our competitors, most of our competitors are known as pharmacy benefit managers or PBMs. And a PBM's core focus is insurance. They administer funded prescription plans. Discount programs to PBMs are really an afterthought, a drag through. So there's not much thought in the way of focus or technology. Also, their pricing accuracy is anything but accurate. They have dated, cached, and average pricing at best. And that can cause disruption and embarrassment at the pharmacy. The last thing you would need to have happen is one of your clients or prospects or friends or family members or yourself go to the pharmacy with a coupon and the price ain't right. Well, that doesn't happen with us because we police it. It's all we do, and we do it better than anyone else. Unlike our competitors, we also do not collect, share, or sell any personal health information. Our program is anonymous. We don't require any signups, no registration. We don't want your firstborn, your email address. Anybody that gets to the website or the app can use it without signing up. It also has no exclusions. It'll work on any FDA-approved medication, and unlike most of our competition, it can help everyone. As I mentioned, most of our competitors are PBMs or pharmacy benefit managers whose core business is insurance, so they designed their program to be ineffective if you have insurance. Ours is very disruptive and works for everyone, including I use myself as an example. I take a few medications, and on 2 of the 4 I take, our discount program is less than my insurance copay, and I've got really good benefits. The last differentiator in our program is network reach, because in addition to direct contracting with all the major chain, big box, supermarkets, wholesale clubs, we also have 24,000 independently owned community pharmacies. You know, there's little mom and pop shops out there that will not acknowledge or accept most other discount programs because they don't treat them very fairly financially. We do. In fact, not only did they accept our program, but we've been endorsed, vetted, endorsed, and a corporate member of their watchdog group, which is the National Community Pharmacy Association. So at this point, I want to dive into the site. When you sign up, this is the website that you get. It's available in a couple different views. I like to put it in dark mode because it's a little easier on the eyes. With that toggle switch, you can change that. What differentiates your site from anyone else's is the unique group number on the card, and we use that to track utilization for commission purposes. So you're going to have your own unique ZX number on the card, which is part of the information that gets processed at the pharmacy and we collect electronically. So anyone on the site can just get a static card. Now, this represents a single program, albeit our best performing network, but it's only one program. It'll work on any FDA-approved drug at any pharmacy. But as you see, when I click the logo, we go back to the main page just by clicking the RxLess logo. We have front and center right here the pricing tool, because we try to drive people to use that pricing tool, which is going to give them the lowest cost of multiple programs. One of the medications I take every day and will for the rest of my life is hydrochlorothiazide. If you could tell I'm a little hyper, I have high blood pressure, and I'm Italian. I have a bad temper. So 2 reasons I have high blood pressure. Well, hydrochlorothiazide helps keep that in check. That is a very commonly prescribed diuretic or water pill for hypertension. And when I type that medication in, it's going to instantly return the most commonly prescribed form, dose, and quantity. I can change these parameters, but I happen to get a 90-day supply, so I'll change that 30-day. So now it's a 3-month supply. My insurance copay would be $12 for a 3-month supply, but I can go to my local pharmacy, which is Walgreens, simply present this coupon and get that same medication for just a little over half of my insurance copay. So why the heck would I want to use my insurance, right? So that's a win-win-win. Win for me as an employee because I save compared to my copay. Win for me as an employer because I just reduced claims experience, the very thing that drives healthcare premiums. And as an agent, I just made some money. Because every time the program gets used and produces savings, we do a revenue share back to you based on that unique group number. Now, I want you to pay attention to this. The coupon that presented for Walgreens has the billing ID of 610312. That brand is Integrity RX. That's one of our programs. But if I were to go to CVS, one of our other programs with a different bin has the lowest price there. Once again, getting back to that sort of Trivago kayak type model. And I can expand that search to multiple pharmacies. I can change the area by putting a zip code in. If I put in my zip code and select Mount Laurel, it'll give me all the pharmacies there. Now, the pricing is going to be the same across the country at all the major chain and big box stores. What differs is the availability and pricing of the local pharmacies like Wegmans. That's a Northeast supermarket chain. ShopRite, same thing, and some of the independents. So you can actually put your own zip code in and get exact returns from the pharmacies within your area. One of the things that are front and center on this program is the ability to download the app. First thing you should do is save your website address and bookmark that, save it as a favorite. The second thing you do is download the app. If you're on a computer, you can point your camera's phone to this QR code and it'll take you right to the App Store. Download the app with your unique group number on it. You can also, if you're on your phone, select whether you have an iPhone or an Android, you can download the app there. You can also text everyone in your address book this QR code, or a link, I should say, to download the app. That's one way to get the program out in front of everybody. That is the best form of distribution, because once that app is on their phone, it's there forever. And we will not spam, but we will market on your behalf. Once a month, we send out a newsletter link and also a reminder that, hey, you have this app on your phone. Next time you're getting a medication filled at the pharmacy, see if there's some savings by using the pricing tool. So we'll actually proactively market for you once your app is downloaded to phones. There are also some other great resources on the site. We have a How It Works page, which is basically easy 1, 2, 3 steps on how to use the program. We have an entire FAQ section, frequently asked questions along with answers. We even have that in professionally translated Spanish. I can't read Spanish, so I'll leave that up to you. And we have a complete drug library from A to Z. Every FDA-approved drug, what it's prescribed for, side effects, drug-to-drug interactions. We have just a simple pharmacy search, just bringing up local pharmacies within your geo area, health and wellness blogs, articles, video libraries, and also the ability to get that app. We do have multiple ways to contact us. We have a live chat line, a bilingual customer service helpline. There is a form here to submit a pricing issue if there's any issues at the pharmacy for pricing, email support. We also happen to be legit script certified. No need for you to do that. We've already done it. You're promoting our brand. This is a pretty big deal in pharma today. If you're not legit script certified and you're in our business, then you're probably a fly-by-night. It's a very arduous task and very expensive to get certified, and this certification is updated real time every day. We're also Trustpilot rated. I think we're a 4.8 or 4.9 out of a possible 5, so pretty good scores there. Now, the app has just as friendly a user experience. Now, this is screenshots from my phone. I have a dark background. If it's not set that way, it'll be a white background. When you open the app and you download it, this is the home page. You can click this little icon to just show the free card at the pharmacy. But once again, front and center is that pricing search. And when you type in a couple letters of a medication, it'll work the same way the website does. It'll bring up a list of medications. When you select that medication, you can drill down, change the form, strength, and quantity. And when you're done that, using your local geography, it'll actually show all the pharmacies within your current geographical area. And when you select your pharmacy, you'll get this coupon to present right at the pharmacy and show it right at the pharmacy desk to the pharm tech. Another difference in our model is we're the only provider that has universal barcoding, making it easy for that busy pharmacy tech. So rather than having to type in all this information manually, if they have upgraded equipment, they can simply scan that, and that'll include your unique group number. So the back office is something you have access to when you signed up. It dumped you off right at the getting started page. You created, if you signed up already, you created your own password. You can always reset that in the login page if you forget it. This is what it looks like when you hit the your login page, your home page. But where you're dropped off is the getting started area. And if you expand this little hamburger here, it'll give you a definition of what these icons are. So getting started is a great place to start because it has a short training video, much of the information we're going over today. So if I'm talking too fast, you can actually watch that again. But it has really helpful links. One link is to your website. The other link is to the app link on your website, and you can paste that into a browser. Once again, using your phone camera, you can just put it up there and it'll take you right to the App Store to download the app. You can type in a mobile number and text somebody the app link. Another link is a custom flyer that's created on the fly. So when you do that, it'll actually create a new flyer for you that you can either save as a PDF or print. It'll have the easy steps on using the program, a QR code to your website, some savings examples with medications in local pharmacies, and some of the financials there, along with your card with your unique group number. You can also, from your homepage of the website, update your flyer as well. What you would do is go up after your email, after your website address, type in / and the word flyer, hit enter, and it'll create a brand new flyer for you. And this is updated every time you refresh this. So we have different updated pricing examples. So really helpful information. It's a great educational tool to get out there, to your clients. I also did actually want to go back to the reporting area. Um, another area was QR codes. Excuse me. From getting started, there's also a link to create your own unique QR code, and there's two of them. One for your app that'll take people to the App Store, and one to your homepage of your website. And for those who have website properties that they own their own website, we've created a custom widget for you. When you open that up, it'll give you two options and code. I'm not a technical guy at all, but if you copied this code and pasted it onto your homepage as a website master, it'll create these widgets. So it'll put a search widget on your other websites. If you type in the medication and click search, it'll open up a new window with the search results page of your RxLess website. So just some real creative ways to actually promote the program and give you some marketing in your hands to get out there to the folks and everybody that you touch. From the main page, reporting, I'm logged in as a different producer. Anytime your program gets used, we collect that information and put that into your reports each morning from the previous day. So this is someone who actually has some claims. There are various reports. You can change the current default date range, which is the current month to date, to any dates that you want. When you run report, it'll show you the number of transactions for the month, the amount of savings, $34,000 on 183 transactions. The average savings per script in this instance was over $200 per script, or 72% off of retail. And then it'll show you the number and percentage of brands versus generic medications, then usual and customary. Cardholders with our program are guaranteed the lesser of their insurance copay, the pharmacy cash price, or the discounted price. When the pharmacy cash price wins, that's known as usual and customary. Most of our competition performs well over 20% UNC, meaning they lose to the cash price, over 2 out of 10 times. We perform our book of business under 10%. And that's important because usual and customary UNC transactions are not compensable. We don't tack on an admin fee, so there's no revenue share. So you want to have a low usual and customary percentage. So who can benefit from our program? As I mentioned earlier, we're not a pharmacy benefit manager, so our program was designed to benefit everybody, not only the uninsured or cash-paying patients, which is our largest segment, but also those that have insurance, especially if they've got a high deductible or co-insurance, or their generic copay is over $10. It's worth checking our price every time, because more times than not, we're going to beat that insurance copay. When we do, everybody wins. Lots of the medications we process claims for are things never covered by insurance. Lifestyle medications, like tadalafil, sildenafil, Viagra, Cialis. Getting back to that report, I'll pull a claim detail report, and this is where your eyes will really open. So this shows you the entire thread of every transaction minus patient information. It'll have the medication information, all the financials, the retail price, what the member paid, how much they saved in dollars and percentage, and all the pharmacy information. And you can sort these columns. So here's something that'll open your eyes. These are actual transactions. Sildenafil, tadalafil, they are never covered by insurance. They are lifestyle medications, erectile dysfunction meds. The retail price at CVS for 90 pills is $3,800. With our program, the member paid $77. They saved over $3,700, or 98% off retail. Think of the joy you can bring, when people can save on their needed medications with this. And from a competitive standpoint, this is another great nail and hammer for your toolbox. Once again, there's no downside because the patient always pays the lesser of. So lifestyle vanity meds, great area that we help people with that are never covered by insurance. And then if you have a large Medicare audience, Part D, not always the lowest copay. Oftentimes, our discounted price will beat a Part D copay. And there's also a lot of non-covered drugs in that formulary. And when someone falls into that gap in their coverage, the donut hole, we are a godsend. Because even before that, a lot of senior citizens on fixed incomes make decisions on food or medications. Well, our program can really help save lives. So, what really drives the program? Nothing more than visibility and a little education. I always say you want to make it available to everybody all the time, everywhere. The flyer is a great way to promote it because it spells out in plain terms how the program works, gives examples of some savings and an active card, but nothing's going to beat your website and app. This is certainly a digital play. You want to get people to download your app because once it's on their phone, it's there forever. And once they start using it, they'll use it often, and we'll remind them about that as well. If you have any other websites promoting it that way with that search widget, or creating a banner, social media, another way, great way to promote it. And if you consistently stay in front of your clients and prospects, whether it be for email or text, great way to get it out there as well. So making money, the most important part. MSNBC called us many years ago America's best get-rich slow business opportunity. Yeah, it's not a get-rich-quick business, but guess what? You get paid forever on the little work you do today. Sharing that free app with your members, you'll be paid forever whenever they use it. And to give you an example, I came in-house to run this company over 10 years ago after being a master agent. So I stopped giving cards out 10 years ago. Today, I still get sizable checks from the run out. So the residual aspect of this business is the beauty of it. We pay our agents monthly via ACH or electronically 30 days net. For instance, this week, the end of August, we're paying out on all of July claims. Now, you need $50 in accrued commissions. If you come up short, you don't lose it. It'll carry into the next month. Once you start having some transactions, our accounting team will reach out to you via DocuSign with a W-9 and direct deposit form. Remember, you can market this in every state, all contiguous U.S., 50 states, as well as Puerto Rico, U.S. Virgin Islands, and Guam. So you're not limited to the states you're licensed in for insurance. You want to be patient with the program. It does take time to build, but once again, you're going to get paid forever on your efforts today. Nick, that's really it for me. I will see if there's any questions I can address quickly.
Yeah, definitely, Al. And some of these questions might be repetition, but
that's okay.
You like me, we talk quick, and so hearing it a second time can't be bad anyway. So we'll go through and get a couple of these. So one question is, will we know which discount programs are included in the app, like GoodRx, et cetera?
They're all our own brands. We don't name them out, but all the bins are different. Currently, we have 10 different programs that we own on that, and there's no need to know. It's going to be the processing information for that one that comes up once you use the pricing tool. Now, the static card, the single program card that's on the front of the site, that represents our overall best performing network, but it's not always going to be the lowest price all the time at all the pharmacies and all the meds. That's why using that pricing tool really is the way to go, because it's going to ensure that you're getting the lowest cost of 10 programs every time you use it.
And that just answered another question talking about, does the lowest cost come up first, or is there a filter in the pricing tool? And yes, that's definitely going on in there.
So you can actually sort by distance or lowest price, but what's going to represent each pharmacy, the coupon, is going to be the lowest cost there at that pharmacy.
We also, a couple questions about Ozempic or Jardiance. Anything in regards to Ozempic? Is it a generic that they would do in place of that?
No, there is no generic equivalent to Ozempic, Wegovy, Mounjaro. We do have a relationship today with an outside company called BMI, where we have a first month supply of $99 on cash, and then it's a subscription-based model that when it goes by now, it goes out to a lead capture form that goes to that partner, because the cost for those medications are very expensive. Brand medications only represent about 5% of the total claims we process for two reasons. One, that's how many scripts get written. Even if you have a script your physician writes for Lipitor, when it gets to the pharmacy, they're going to fill it as a atorvastatin. It will automatically be flipped to a generic if there's a generic equivalent, unless the prescription is marked dispense as written. And the only reason for that is maybe an adverse reaction because all the active ingredients are exactly the same. So 95% of the claims we process are generic because pretty much over 90% of the scripts that are written are generic. Secondly, brands are very expensive for a reason, right? That brand manufacturer just spent decades, if not years, in research and development, clinical trials, FDA approval and testing. And then when it's approved, millions of dollars in Ask Your Doctor TV commercials. Fast forward 15 years, when that patent expires, the cost to create that same medication is less than a tenth of a penny. So brands are expensive for a reason. The only time we help somebody with a brand is if they're uninsured, the drug is not covered by their insurance, or they haven't hit a high deductible yet. We save them about 10 to 20%, but once again, they're still very expensive.
Cool. There's a couple questions being asked around how this works with insurance, right? Can it be paired with an insurance plan or with Medicare? Essentially, are the questions coming in that field.
It's not a coordination of benefits. It can't be used in combination with, but it will give the cardholder the lesser of, whether it's their insurance copay, whether it's the discount price or the cash price, but it will not lower a copay.
Perfect. Once contracted, we just send our own link to the clients. Is that how the system tracks the agents?
Yes. Anytime the program gets used, the unique group number on the card that's distributed by the agent via, a website link or an app download, this unique group number is a unique identifier for each individual agent. So every agent has their own unique group number. That's how we track it.
Awesome. A question about maybe online pill orders or orders by delivery. Is there a way they can get this set up with those type of pharmacies?
So like PillPack, Amazon's PillPack, they'll accept the program. A lot of mail order pharmacies won't, and a lot of mail order pharmacies are part of the insurance network that they're with. We've tried mail order in the past, and as many times and as hard as we promoted it, it's never been more than 2% of our business. We really thought we had a lot of scares over the past couple of years when Amazon bought and rebranded PillPack. We thought that was the end of retail. Then when COVID hit, we said, oh God, everybody's locked down. That's the end of retail. Then Mark Cuban comes along. Our business has grown all through that. So people that go to their pharmacy like the idea of going there for convenience. They go there when they need to. They also get to stroll up the aisles and buy everything from greeting cards to cosmetics. So, retail is not dying, not when it comes to pharmacy.
Couple more questions here. Can the app be white labeled for our agency, or can we co-brand it?
No, we're not in the business of creating apps. It costs us over $1 million to do ours. And you can't put branded apps without a whole new development scheme and hundreds of thousands of dollars. We used to have the ability to white label websites, but we also found that didn't help our brand, and it really didn't help our partner unless they just want to get into the medication discount business, which is a whole other field in its own. But no, there's no white labeling enabled on the app.
Cool. I can answer this one because it's going not so much Amazon. What if I do refills with Walgreens? So your first time you would go in, get this set up, and then it'll be attached to your account at Walgreens?
It will be in your profile, absolutely. But I suggest wholeheartedly that each time you get a refill, you check the pricing tool. Why? Because pricing can change. And sometimes one program might be less one month when one of our other programs could be a lower price the following. Whether you keep it in your profile and use that same one over and over and over, it never expires, so that's fine. But I would still recommend just checking the app or the pricing tool on the site to make sure that you still have the program that has the lowest cost.
Pedro's asking, so if the client has 4 different prescriptions, I get paid per medication or per transactions? It's per medication.
As long as we save money, correct,
Yeah.
on each one. Each one's treated separately. It's not by the receipt, it's by the script.
Yes, you guys just imagine every single prescription that gets refilled where you are attached to as the group at this pharmacy, you're going to get $1.50 per prescription refill.
Every time, forever.
If they're getting 4, that's, I don't even know, $6 right there, every month.
Pretty quick math without a calculator there, Nick. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I could be wrong. Don't quiz me on that. All right. And then one question. So what's in it for the pharmacy here? Do they lose money on these? So like would
That's
independent
a really, really good question. No matter where you live, whether you're in Armpit, Arkansas, or a heavy, metropolis like Manhattan, every corner has competition. You got a Walgreens, a CVS, a Rite Aid. You got a supermarket pharmacy. You got a Walgreens, a big box store. You got a community pharmacy, all vying for that same foot traffic. What our pricing tool does is drives traffic to pharmacies. And if you go to a CVS, right, you'll always notice where's that pharmacy located? It's in the back corner of the store because they make all their money on front end merchandise, on everything on the shelves, from once again, candies to cosmetics to greeting cards. So RX these days is nothing more than a commodity. Pharmacies do not lose money with our program. They're not going to gouge the client, but in return for discounting heavily the cost of the medication, we're driving new customers to their store. That's the trade-off.
Awesome. And the last question, I know you're going to give this information, so I purposely saved this one for last, is, hey, if I'm having issues with contracting, who can I contact? Or so what is your contact information, Al?
Yeah, sure. So my phone here, if you got a pen, I'll give you a second,
I'll
is
type it in here too.
856-644-6401. And my email address is abranca, that's BRANCA, at axeprime.com.
There we go. I threw it in the chat for everyone as well. And then Jessica asked, can you explain the physical cards or the QR code? You can have both. It could be physical cards, or you can actually just send like a screenshot.
Thanks for bringing that up, Jessica.
Yeah,
I didn't go through the entire back office, but in addition to getting started page and the claims reports, there's also a revenue share statement here. Once we get you signed up with a W-9 and direct deposit form, that's after you've had some claims. Each month we'll put a revenue share statement right here, but you can actually order physical cards. And they would come just like this. It would have your unique group number. The QR code is meant to take people to your website so they can use the pricing tool. They can download the app. So these cards are pretty inexpensive. Most of the cost is in shipping, UPS. 1,000 cards are $30 all in. That includes the UPS portion, which is larger cost than the print cost. 2,500 cards for $50, 5,000 cards for 70. So you can use them both. Once again, the card itself represents a single program, which is our overall best performing bin. But the QR code will take people to the website where they can use the pricing tool and get the absolute lowest cost of all the programs.
Well, Al, we beat the questions finally, right?
Hey.
So, actually, one last question. I know the answer to this one though, Tim. Can we contracts agent under us? No.
Yeah, there's no, this is not on network marketing, multi-level. We did that thing years ago and it never worked out. It was more work than it was worth. But, really you want to be focused on getting your own volume up there. And that way you're going to make money forever.
Heck yeah.
And friends forever.
Well, we beat the questions finally, Al. So I really appreciate your time today and stopping in with us. We're excited about this product, man. Thank you so much for bringing it to us.
Same here, Nick. Glad to be partnered with you guys. Everybody have a great day. Thank you.
Take care.
Take care.